Luna, you need to sign these papers. They're the legal notices that are going to be printed in the newspaper saying that you're not responsible for Max's debts.
He's going to be so humiliated.
Yeah, he probably will. But you know what the counselor said? You got to cut Max off. From all his credit, from all his funds, from everything, for good, for your own good. Do you love him enough to do that?
What do you think, Renee?
Honey, you have to protect our business because Max will drain it dry. You said it yourself. He even took money out of your own purse to gamble with. Now you got to protect yourself and little Al, too.
Blair, how'd you like to just take off? Find some lights, find some action, have some fun?
God, Max. Oh, you don't know how much I would love to do that. Yes, that's exactly what I'd like to do, Max. Just go off, find some bright lights, have fun, just put the nightmares behind.
What's the matter? What's wrong?
Max, just hold me. Help me forget. Please.
Hey, babe, why don't you tell me what's wrong? What nightmares?
It's fine. I'm fine. I'm really.
No, come on. So something happened? Did Dorian do something?
Let's go, okay?
Well, okay. Bright lights. Atlantic City. I mean, Jimmy Glover's probably in Chicago by now, so we don't need to worry about running into him.
Yeah. So let's just have the good times roll, all right? Wait. One thing before we go. Atlantic City, here we come. After I do just one little thing. Okay? Oh, Cassie, I want you to know that I never, ever thought it would go this far. I never thought they would give her the death penalty. I hope you understand, and I hope you can forgive me. Cassie, do you understand?
Yes, I understand. In fact, I think I should do something to show you just how much I understand.
Okay, so we start talking appeals. Okay, well, your first appeal will go before a three-judge panel at the appellate division. And I decided that I'd start with the procedural errors that Judge Hawthorne did. Dorian. Dorian, I'm going to need your help here, okay? Dorian, would you at least sit up and talk to me?
Forget it.
Forget what?
The appeal. Forget it.
Just let me die. He's cut him off from everything?
From all your joint assets, yeah.
He's gonna be so angry.
Well, let him be angry, Luna. Come on, if you don't take some kind of positive action right now, he could just gamble everything away.
Oh, it's not just the money. I know he's gonna be mad as a hornet about that, but when he sees that notice in the newspaper.
I know he's gonna think it's an insult and an embarrassment.
Oh, he's gonna go crazy.
Well, he looked like he was just about crazy to me when he kicked these doors wide open.
Yeah, I know, but see, Court, I feel like, you know, if I could find him and I could talk to him and I could tell him why we had to put these notices in the paper.
Would you like me to try to find him?
Would you, Court?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna fax these over to the newspapers. I'll drop the other document off at the lawyers, and then I'll try to find him.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Listen, you hang in there, all right?
Yeah.
You're gonna take care of you good, all right?
Okay.
Keep an eye on her.
I will. You're doing the right thing. You know that, don't you?
He's gonna be so hurt.
Luna, honey, there is nobody in the world who knows how much you love Max. Nobody more than me. And I swear to you that he loves you too, and he'd be, if this gambling business were out of the picture, he'd be standing right here telling you so.
Yeah, I know that.
But I think it's time that we admit something to ourselves. Love doesn't necessarily conquer all.
Well, you know, I got that's a hard one for me, Renee.
I know. Nothing conquers addiction, except the finding a way to build a new life for himself. And that's what the 12-step programs are for.
See, though, I think if I could just find a way to get through to him, I could.
Luna, you can't. Honey, you cannot help him. You cannot. He needs professional help. You just have to admit to yourself, the only way that you're ever going to get him back is if he finds the way.
Luna, Daddy ever coming home?
Heads. Oh, okay. Heads. Okay, fine. All right, I got you. Tails. This is getting a little ridiculous. Heads. Fine. Okay, now we got it. Now we are cooking.
So, what's your lucky coin telling you? We're gonna win tonight?
Sure thing, always. Wow, you look good.
Thanks. We all set?
Hey, you bet.
You bet. I bet. We all bet.
Well then, come on, let's do it.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm set.
Could you give us some privacy? Could you just give us some privacy? That's one heck of a statement there. What are you, the jailhouse going to garble? I want to die? Well, forget it. Nobody's going to let you. Now get your act together. Sit up. I said sit up. Thank you. No, I'm going to need your help here, all right? I don't relish the idea of doing this all by my lonesome. This is so boring, talking to a catatonic woman. Let me tell you, it is boring, and I am losing interest in this real fast. We're gonna fight. We're gonna win, Dorian.
Nora, I have been fighting all my life. I think sometimes it's really important to recognize when you've lost. I've been beaten.
Listen, lady. You're the one that tricked me into taking this case. I got dragged, kicking and screaming, into a courtroom to take a case that I hate. You made my personal life miserable. You almost ruined my professional career by pulling all those little stunts to help the case along. All right, yeah, guess what? We lost the first round on the trial level, all right? And the sentence is an abomination. But the case isn't closed. It's very much alive, just as you are. So guess what? We're gonna fight, and we're gonna win, and you're gonna help me. You are gonna help me, because you have made my life miserable enough that I'm not gonna let you do this anymore. I'm not gonna let you do this to Cassie either.
Cassie, what are you looking for?
Oh, never mind. Oh. Here it is.
Honey, what do you need that for?
It all became very clear to me today, Vicky. First, the judge sentenced my mother to death, and then you came over here to tell me how sorry you are.
Cassie, we are all very sorry.
I can't even tell you how much.
And that's what this is all about, isn't it? How much?
How much what?
The truth is that if my mother did kill Victor Lord, then she shouldn't have inherited anything from his estate. It all belongs to you.
Well, Cassie,
by law. I mean, that's how it's done in Pennsylvania, remember? Well, sure you do, because Nora brought it up at the trial. So not only do you get all my mother's money,
Cassie,
you get everything that she gave to me. You get everything that she bought me. Everything in my trust fund. Everything.
Cassie, that's not what the trial was about.
Look, Cassie, honey, look, this has been a tough day for everybody. Let's not get involved.
May I please speak with Cassie alone?
Yes, I'd like to speak to Vicky alone.
Oh, okay, fine.
Thank you. Cassie, for heaven's sakes, darling, I don't want your money. I don't want your mother's money. It never entered my mind.
The law is the law.
Forget the law, honey. That's not what I came here to talk to you
You
about.
said you wanted the law to do its job. You said you wanted justice. Well, you got it, Vicky. But unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait a while before they kill my mother.
Toilet.
Cassie, you are very upset, and you're obviously very, very angry with me. But you must believe me when I tell you that having your mother brought to trial had nothing whatsoever to do with money.
Well, you could say that, Vicky, but the facts are...
Cassie, it had to do with murder. Dorian killed my father.
And now she needs to be killed?
I never wanted that.
You wanted her convicted. You must have wanted her dead.
Cassie, listen to me. I swear to you that never in a million years did I think the court was going to sentence her to die. I never wanted that. I swear to you, I never wanted that.
Then what did you want, Vicky?
You said he'd come home, but Johnny Gray's mommy said that, and his daddy never came home.
Well, you know what? That is not going to happen to you, Al.
But he was so mad.
Luna, honey, you know, I am so thirsty for some of that yummy herbal tea of yours in the cupboard. Why don't I get us both a cup?
Okay, thank you, Renee. I appreciate that.
Okay, and I'll be back in a few minutes.
All right. Take care of yourself, buddy. All right. Come on over here with me just a minute, will you there? Hop up here. Oh, boy, you're getting so big. You know what? Your daddy, he was kind of scary there, wasn't he? Well, that was his sickness talking. You remember how when you had that real high fever and you thought there was a big dog in your room?
Yeah. And he got all mad, and he's getting sicker?
Well, no, he's getting mad because we're trying to make him well, and we're trying to get him to take his medicine.
And it tastes really, really bad?
Well, sometimes, yeah, something like that. Remember how we talked about that? If you were to play those video games all the time, and your daddy and I, we had to make you stop. Remember we had that talk?
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, we're trying to get your daddy to stop playing all his games. And he's having a real hard time with it. But your Uncle Cord and your Grandma Renee and I, we're gonna make sure he gets better.
But what if he doesn't get better? What if he stays away forever, like Johnny Gray's dad?
That's not gonna happen. Because your dad loves you so much.
And you too.
Yeah, and me too. So I said, he's gonna come back. He sure will. Because you always come back to where you're loved.
Woo! You know what, Max? I feel like we're making some great escape. And you know what's so terrific about just heading off into the night, getting away from everyone and everything?
What?
Time loses its meaning. It's really liberating, you know? The only thing that really matters is how many miles we can put between us and Landview.
Awful lot has happened during the past few months. The publicity and the accusations, and then the trial itself. And then what the witnesses said, and what the lawyers said, and then the verdict, and then this awful, awful sentence. But I think something has been lost along the way.
And what's that?
The only reason I wanted your mother brought to trial was to see that justice was done.
Really?
And I wanted to know that my father's spirit could finally be put to rest.
His spirit? Excuse me. Now, you're telling me that my mother's going to be taken out and killed so that your father's ghost won't go drifting through the ether anymore?
There is no easy way to say this. Mother did a ghastly thing. She committed a murder.
And you wanted her held accountable.
Yes, I do.
Fine. If she's guilty, then so am I, because she gave me her blood money.
Cassie!
I do not want to go through the rest of my life carrying around this guilt. So here's your money, Vicky. Every dime in my trust fund. Take it. It belongs to you.
Don't do this, please.
Why not? It's yours. After all, you worked very hard to get rid of my mother.
Dear God, Cassie. Cassie, may we come in?
Yes. Actually, I'm going. My mother's and she needs me.
Okay, look, let me drive you down to the municipal building, and afterwards we can go out and talk about this, okay?
No, thank you. No. Please understand, Andrew. This is something I have to do alone. And I'll be back in a while.
Uh-huh, okay.
Do you think this is going to make Cassie happy, huh? Do you think this is going to make Cassie's life any easier by you rolling over and playing dead?
Nora, I know what you're doing. And it's not going to work, okay? Of course I care about Cassie.
Well, then,
Nora, it is not. Sitting around here, wasting time on wishful thinking is not going to help anyone, least of all Cassie.
fine. It's your call. It's your call. That's just fine. You know, this has been kind of a bummer of a day for everybody, but that's okay. You go ahead. You just lie right on down to the job. You take the day. Why don't you do that, or whatever's left of the day, okay? It's yours. Guard! I'll tell you something. I'm going to keep filing appeals on your behalf, all right? And I'm going to bill you for that time. And tomorrow morning, you better be up bright and early and ready to go. Get your sleep. You're going to need it.
Sleep. It's just about all I look forward to.
Yeah, this sort of does feel like an escape.
Oh, and I love it.
In a lot of ways, this reminds me of what I felt like when we ran off to Sweetwater a couple years ago.
Me too, Max. You know, I felt that... Wait a minute. Weren't you the one that said that our past was dead and buried, especially that part? Hmm?
All right, forget it. Hey, how about
Oh, right,
Here, hold these.
champagne.
Thank you.
I knew that we took a limo for a reason.
Yes, to go in style.
Look how beautiful it is. All right, Max, let's make a toast, okay? To our future.
Oh, forget the future.
What?
Forget the past. Here's to here now.
Right here. Right now.
All right.
Yeah.
These fancy figures I get from MCI. The way I figure, they must use that new math. Because according...
This place looks like a kindergarten. CJ and Sarah sure do know how to make a mess.
Yeah, and some of this stuff, if you don't get this off right away, it becomes a permanent part of the furniture.
I did everything I could to talk them out of doing this. I really, really did.
Don't worry about it. They didn't listen to your older brother either, did they?
Yeah, well, I guess there's some crimes kids just don't understand.
Yeah, especially when they know the guy that committed them and they call him their special little genie.
Yeah.
You know, I think if nobody in the house encourages CJ and Sarah, they're just going to lose interest.
Yeah, and with Jessica coming home tomorrow, that'll take up a lot of their time.
Would you do me a favor?
Sure.
Would you sit down with Jessie for a little while and just have a little heart-to-heart with her about cutting Sloan a little slack?
Me?
Yeah. Look, I know you used to have it in for Sloan. Come around the way I have, and maybe you could convince Jessie to do the same.
Yeah, well, actually, I haven't come around at all.
Really?
Sloan still bugs me. He always has. Sometimes he just has to walk into a room. It really gets to me the way he just moved in on Mom and blew this family apart.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, and the divorce. Well, look in Dad's eyes sometimes, man. It's awful.
I know. Look, hang in there, all right? We're gonna get through this.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, and that little talk with Jessie, you can forget about that, all right?
Thank you. You know, I'm really glad that you're going to be going to law school at Lambview U.
Oh, why is that? Any advice I offer is not going to come cheap, you know.
No, I'm serious. I mean, well, going to your graduation tomorrow is going to be fun because I know you're not going to be leaving town with this family and kind of messed up. Tell the truth, sometimes I need a big brother.
Wow. Thanks. Nice to hear. Hey, the way you've been holding it together, you know, about Sloan?
Yeah.
Would you keep doing that for a little while, you know, for Mom's sake?
Listen, Vicky, you know, it's like I was telling my dad, you know, it's just really hard to know how Cassie's going to react to anything these days.
I don't really know what I expected. I guess I expected her to be angry because I am the one responsible for bringing her mother to trial, but this reaction?
It's the death penalty. It has everybody.
Well, I know that. God, I never wanted that. And I tried to tell her that, but she just looked at me and said, well, what did you want? And the problem is I couldn't answer her because I don't know. All I know now is that I've hurt someone that I care about, and she thinks I did it for money.
It was just her way of striking out. She doesn't believe that deep
Of course
down.
she doesn't, Vicky.
I don't even want to think about it anymore. I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm truly sorry. Please tell Cassie that I am very, very sorry.
Vicky... Andrew, boy, am I glad you're home. Do you know where Max is?
You know, Max, I could go on like this forever.
Yeah, but you won't. We're here, did you notice?
We are? Oh.
Hey, what's the matter? Bright lights, big city. Doesn't it get your adrenaline pumping?
Well, sure, but
I'm ready to have some fun. How about you?
Absolutely, Max.
Absolutely.
Especially after the day. Forget it. I'm not going to talk about today. From now on, fun.
You set the galaxy, sir?
I did.
Here you are, sir. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, sir. Just let me pull up here and I'll open the door for you.
In Landview, Pennsylvania, the widely followed trial of Dorian Lord ended today. Most observers were somewhat surprised when Judge Douglas Hawthorne...
Driver, could you shut that off, please? Thank you.
What's the matter? You don't want to hear what happened?
No, I don't. From now on, I just want to have fun. Right here, right now.
Mother?
Oh, I love you. I love you. Oh,
Thank you.
oh.
I'm sorry to bother you this late, but I wouldn't do it if it weren't important.
No, I can tell. I wish I could help you. I don't know where he is. What's going on with Max?
Has Luna talked to you at all?
This has something to do with your shiner, doesn't it?
Yeah, indirectly. It's about Max's gambling.
Right, yeah, she's talked to me. She's talked to me about it a couple of times. So I wish I'd had time to sit down with Max and really tell him how I
Well,
feel
forget
about
that.
it.
It's too late. Max isn't going to talk to anybody. In fact, we tried one of those interventions tonight.
Yeah?
We even had one of those counselors from the Compulsive Gamblers Outreach.
That's good. And what happened?
Well, nothing happened. Max blew a gasket and just stormed right out of the room.
Great. Sit down. Sit down. So, anyway, how's Luna doing?
Well, I've seen her do better. Well, I think what's really bothering her right this second is she's had to take some steps to protect herself, you know, to keep Max from bankrupting the company and her personally. She's got to have these legal notices printed up in the paper saying that she's not responsible for any
Freddie
debt.
Max's death. I had a parishioner who went through this a couple of years ago, and his wife had to do the same thing.
Well, she's upset. She's afraid that once he sees this in print, that it's going to drive an even deeper wedge that's going between them now. And she wants to try to warn him before he sees it that way.
Right, and you can't find Max anywhere.
No, I
right?
can't.
And you tried the casino, right?
No, I don't have to worry about him being over there. I've already talked to Ace. I've had Max banned from the casino for good.
Good for you, because, you know, I wish that place had never opened.
That makes two of us.
I got parishioners that have lost money there, Cord. A lot of money they really needed. Blair's there a lot of the time. She comes back, tells Cassie how much fun it is. Of course, Cassie worries about her. And...
You know, every time I've seen Max over at the casino, Blair wasn't very far behind. You know, I'm really starting to get the idea that Blair's got a lot more to do with Max's problem than anybody realizes.
There you go.
Oh, thank you, Renee. I am not sure what that little boy's thinking or what he believes. Sometimes I look in his eyes, you know, and I see that he trusts you. Sometimes I see his little eyes, they look so worried.
Honey, children are so resilient. Once you and Max have gotten through this, it's going to be nothing but a dim memory to Al.
Yeah. If we get through it.
Hey, come on. I thought we were going to be positive.
Yeah, but Renee, what if Cord cannot find Max? What if he sees that article in the newspaper, those notices saying, I am not responsible for his debts. He can
Honey, Cord. I promise you Cord will find him.
I should be the one.
To what?
The one trying to find him. Not with my eyes, but with my heart and my mind. Hello.
Hey, Luna, how you doing? It's me.
Hey, Cord, did you find him?
No, I haven't found him. I'm over at Andrews right now. He hasn't seen him either. Nobody has.
Oh, my goddess.
All right, now come on. Don't get yourself all worked up here, all right? I'm going to find him. I promise you that. In fact, I think I may have a lead, and I'm going to check it out right now. I will keep you posted, okay?
All right, thanks, Cord. I'll be right here.
It just seems so obvious to me. And I wrote out a check for my entire trust fund. What? The whole thing. One check. I just put it right in Vicky's hand. But of course, she said she didn't want to take it.
Oh, of course. Lady Bountiful refuses. She's already gotten exactly what she wanted, and there's nothing I can do except let it happen.
No. Come on, we are not giving up. I thought we had this discussion. We're going to fight, remember?
Darling, it is one thing to fight when you've been given a life sentence. It's quite another when they're going to...
No, do you hear me? No. Now, I wouldn't let you give up when you had breast cancer, and I am not going to let you give up now. You are not going to die. Is that clear?
Oh, here they are. Hey.
Hi, Kevin. Joey.
Oh, you're back. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What went on in here?
Oh, just, CJ and Sarah were making a magnificent work of art in here.
What was the occasion?
Just a couple of budding Picassos, I guess. Mom, Joey and I, we fixed up Jessica's room, so when she comes home tomorrow, everything's gonna be all set.
Oh, thank you so much. How sweet of you. It'll be nice to have her home, won't it?
Yeah, and Kim said she's gonna put some fresh flowers in there first thing in the morning.
That's great.
Oh, that's a nice touch, Joey. Your sister will love that.
Yeah, I hope so. Anything to help her get well faster.
My sentiments, exactly.
Right.
You sure you're okay, Mom? Preston didn't find you after.
No. Sloan and I went up to Beau's office. We waited there a while, and by the time we left, the press had all gone.
Good.
Then we went over to see how Cassie was.
How's she holding up?
She's not doing too well. Not well at all. Would you excuse me, please? I have to go out again.
Where?
There's something that I just need to take care of.
May I help?
Oh, I wish you could. But no. No, this is something that only I can do.
How can I ever forget one of my special customers, little Michael? Every week he'd come in and...
Cassie, listen to me. I swear to you that never in a million years did I think the court was going to sentence her to die. I never wanted that. I swear to you, I never wanted that.
Then what did you want, Vicky?
What did I want?
You think you know me, don't you, Vicky? You think I'm just gonna roll over and play dead? Well, you're wrong. I've got Nora behind me, and now I've got Cassie. And together we're going to fight. I'm not gonna let them execute me. No. I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something.
Mr. Vickers, unless you personally can guarantee me that all of the charges against me will be dropped, that I will be acquitted.
Yeah?
You're wasting your time and mine. But thank you so much for coming.
I'll bet you'd be very grateful to someone who could guarantee that you'd be found innocent.
Undying gratitude.
There's got to be a way. Got to be a way.
Blair? Blair, come on. It's me, Court, open up. Blair, are you in there?
What do you think you're doing? I told you, I'm looking for Blair theme.